Alrighty. Who here? Voila, we back. How's it going? Say hi, Corey. Like the hat? We're out here on the trail. I'm gonna find some places where there's a lot of people in future streams, but I figured to do a live stream, just enjoy the beautiful weather. And I was just talking with a guy actually who asked for my channel. So run into those people a lot. Sometimes you don't, sometimes you do. But he was really cool. He actually told me that there's blackberries along this entire area. So that's really cool. It's cool that he can identify that, because I think most people might not be able to know that. Let's see here. If I go over to this tree here, kind of looks like blackberries. I don't know if you guys see this. Looks like blackberries, dried up blackberries. So this is a blackberry bush, it looks like, and this is just publicly on the Pinellas Trail, right? So check that out. Pretty cool. And he says there's a bunch of them. I mean, look, here's another one right here. Pretty crazy, right? It's like a whole bush right here. Now, I don't know if you can propagate this one exactly, but look at all these berries on here. Holy moly. I don't know when the exact season is for blackberries, but I'm gonna have to keep checking in on these bushes. Seems like there's a lot more out here. Now, there's some berries you can't just eat fresh, like right off the tree, such as elderberry. We actually have an elderberry tree in our backyard, my family, but you can process it into jam, and you can still consume it that way, or through making like some sort of syrup or tincture. So I'm not sure if this is a berry you can eat fresh or not, but really cool to see. Really cool indeed. Oh, there's my horse. There's my horse. And you know, I was watching streamers just the other day. I wonder if we're on Twitch and YouTube. If you're on YouTube, say hi. I get a lot of people from there mostly. I was just the other day, it was Streamer University, Kai Cenat, all these big streamers, and they were doing this in Ohio, and it's crazy because they were talking about like, how do you do IRL streaming and what gear do you use? And I'm like, hey, I got that, I'm ready. But you know, it's hard work. It's a lot you have to put in. And that looks like an olive tree. Imagine like someone just put like a bunch of edibles in this area and didn't tell anybody. It's just like along the trail. Hi, mother. See if my stream is working on YouTube. I could check too. But yeah, I was just talking about there's blackberries all along the trail, and a guy just pointed out to me. So that's pretty crazy. And then we're going to find some people today. It's Memorial Day. So the goal is going to be to find some people who may be, I don't know, veterans or just people who know it's Memorial Day, and share information with them, share with them our local project too. You know, a lot of people are interested in that. I went to every single business in Tarpon Springs and Newport Richey, and people were very open to it. People were like, wow, we need this. Every single business I went into, there wasn't a single person who was like, no, that shouldn't happen, we shouldn't have that. Everybody was like, we need this. And some of them were like, give us more flyers, and here's a bunch of connections. Now, of course, I'd probably be reaching out to those people right now if it wasn't Memorial Day. So today is a good opportunity for a live stream. Nice. It looks like I'm live on YouTube. Nice. Sick. All right. I got some emojis in my title. It has a palm tree and a sun. IRL finding truth seekers and inspiration. I think it's a pretty good universal title for any time I go live. But yeah, it looks like there's some people walking up over here. Here, I'm going to switch the camera to the back, put this down, move this over there, yada yada. Greetings, Corey, Modern Retro Radio. Nice to see you here. Hey, dude, you're on a lot of my streams. You're committed, man. Good thing you're getting notifications, I'll tell you that. Did you see my hat? If not, I'll show you again. I gotta put my hair up. All right, we're good. I think we're ready. How do I look? Question everything, boys and girls. That is for my mom in the chat. Actually, I don't just have an all male audience, okay? I have, I looked at my analytics. I have like 30 or 40% women. I'm like, wow, actually, seriously? No way. People watch me? No shot. Pretty crazy. Oh, look, there's some golf carts over there. Okay. Yeah, there's a golf course like right next to me. There was a study the other day. It said there's more like Parkinson's and stuff near golf courses. I don't know how they even conduct that study, but they said it's because of the runoff of the chemicals from the lawn. That's what the researchers postulated. Is that a Ryan Kristen TLAV? No, I have no clue. Who is that? This is just a shirt I made for myself on Amazon. Literally like $10, $20. Maybe less than that. Yeah, it was like really cheap. But it was like they literally design, you can design your own shirt on Amazon. I didn't even know that. I did that with the hat too. See? Pretty cool. So. Yep. Cool. Hello. Just seeing me talk to myself. Yeah, it's Memorial Day. I'm going to give out some information about freedom and truth. We actually have a local project. We're growing food locally.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. We actually, in Newport Richey, we have 5 acres. It's like a beach in the forest. And we invite all sorts of parents. They can bring their kids. Yeah. And we do potlucks and gatherings. It's really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I appreciate it. And it looks, I see you have the Gold Bulls shirt. I'm trying to get involved with USF too. Trying to do like events there. Mm. Cool stuff.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Go to USF. This is stolen.
Oh, good. I don't go to USF either. I literally just try to connect with people and do events and live streams because that's what I like to do.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Don't ever apologize for talking to yourself on camera.
Okay, I appreciate it. Cool. The Last American. Oh, yeah, I know who he is. I know who Last American Vagabond is. Vagabond. What does that even mean? Last American Vagabond. I don't even know what that means. Tennessee, Kentucky Bigfoot. Cheers. I swear, is that like Ryan's alt account? Who has Tennessee, Kentucky Bigfoot as their name on YouTube? I could have sworn I've seen you in the chat before though. So I'm not going crazy, am I? But there you go. I just gave out a flyer to somebody who's interested maybe in different ideas. It's Memorial Day, so this is what we're doing. We're sharing freedom with people, true freedom. Not just honoring people who go to war, but honoring the fact that we probably shouldn't go to war in the first place. And you know, what's up with that? Because let's face it, you know, veterans go through a lot of trauma. So I can see why, you know, there's a need to memorialize them. There's a lot that die. They think that they're doing good. I respect that, you know, the good intentions and wanting to fight for your country. I get that. But unfortunately, we're being thrown into war against people we don't know. You know, we're fighting wars against our fellow humankind. And it's crazy because we end up having trauma and PTSD as a result, and then we continue that process, and then we say, oh, well, you're heroic for having done so. And you got to go to war, and we need people to go to war. And if you go to war, you get all these benefits. But what about the people who are like Jim Gale, who's living off-grid, who's trying to show the solution, say, hey, put down those guns and pick up shovels. And let's reuse all that money that goes into the military-industrial complex. Let's put that into growing food. What would happen? You would get rid of all the scarcity, and you would create abundance, which defeats the leading cause of war, right? There hasn't been a single military occupation in my lifetime that has had anything to do with protecting the country, right? Under the guise of protection. How many times have we heard it throughout history? And what has been the result, my friends? What has been the result? Just tuning in to support you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We just had a cool conversation, and then I talked to a guy before who just showed me that there's blackberry trees all along this trail. So it looks like I'm gonna have to come back here sometime and get a cutting or something, get some blackberries in our yard. I don't know if those are wild or what, but they're just growing all along here. And this is a trail that everybody walks by. And those berries were sitting there long enough to just be dried out. The majority of homeless are past military members. So sad. Yeah, there's also a lot of family issues between the ranks. There's also a lot of competition. Creates a very sterile type of environment. You know, people are like, gotta stand in line. Whoa. You know, this is not natural. This goes against the principle of qigong, of being in the flow, of letting things be relaxed, you know, wu wei. Like, let people be, let them live their life. A Memorial Day rescue mission, Carla has arrived, and her story is bigger than all of us today. St. John, what are you going on about, man? We completed a rescue that shook us up in ways we didn't expect. Her name is Carla. What, a rescue? A rescue of an animal? Did you rescue an animal? I know you're doing an animal shelter, my friend. Oh, there's a bunch of people on golf carts going around. Cool. What are you up to, man? All right, I'll show you guys around. Check this out. We got power lines right above me. You know, I hear this like constant buzzing. It's like buzz, 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 buzz. These power lines. It's like, why? Why? My name, TKB, is long because we had a Bigfoot experience, Tennessee, Kentucky. Hey, how's it going? Definitely long. Cool. Oh, darn it, I missed them. They went fast. Bikers, man. There's no way to stop them. Gotta trip them. Gotta block the road or somehow. Start walking in the middle of the road and just talk to myself. They'll have to beat me out of the way. Turtle. Yeah. By the way, it is nice like this almost every single day. Pretty darn crazy. Pretty darn crazy. Yeah, it's a turtle. So that's what you rescued? Carla is the name? Nice. It's the name of my neighbor. My old neighbor in PA. Cool, guys. If you're on YouTube, you can come over to Twitch. We went to Flight 93 Memorial after we picked her up. Interesting. All right. Yeah, I don't know how long I'll stream, but listen, you know, there's a community center that's being put in over around here, and that will be a great place to stream. Of course, there's a lot of development going around, so there could be a lot of really cool places to stream and events that happen that I want to stream. But yeah, very cool, very cool. How's it going? Zooming. But I checked out the center and I'm like, it's not busy enough for me to do a stream there right now. Like, there's not really enough people walking around to talk to. And my mom knows because she's, you know, she's local too, so I live with her. We are being constantly chemtrailed in Tennessee. Stays hard to live here. Yeah, I know people talk about it a lot here in Florida. So I might prevent some of it, or maybe not. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of lies and a lot of manipulation going on in different places, but don't forget, you know, I think people have really good intentions often, and they believe in what they're doing is right. You know, I know there's mosquito control people all over Florida, and they believe in what they're doing. But you look at the chemicals they use, it's banned in Europe, right? They have festivals and they celebrate it. They do tours and everything, but it's always order followers. It's always people who kind of suppress certain knowledge and just kind of do their thing because it's their job, it's for their family, and they aren't looking at the bigger picture of freeing humankind and trying to change things for good. So it takes influencers, it takes a mass amount of people creating a dramatic shift, which is why Jim Gale and I are getting together on Wednesday through Saturday, and perhaps longer, to strategize even further. And I'm creating roundtables with businesses in this area to strategize even further. So it's very exciting stuff. Very exciting indeed. Let's see, do I have my stand down? All right, because we got some people walking up here. Carla is German. Karl means free man, independence. Oh, that's interesting. What about Karl Marx? Just kidding. Maybe that was used on purpose, you know, it's purposeful word usage there or something. I don't know. But yeah, very cool, very cool. Hi, Carla. Hi, John. Yeah. Nice. All right. I'm using my seat as the holder. Very cool. Hey guys. You see me talking to myself?
You were like live doing a video.
Well, I am live. So I mean, I do like content locally. I hear this is Memorial Day, so I'm going to give out information about like freedom, growing food, all sorts of things, unschooling, if you are into that. And yeah, we have a local project. We have 5 acres in Newport Richey, like 10 minutes from here, and it's like a beach in the forest. It's like old Florida. It's off a little road. You never know it's there. It's like a dirt road. And we're building things, we're growing things. So if you want to learn how to do anything, and there's kids, if there's parents, you bring your kids. It's fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, bonfires, all that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. See the hat, right? Wow. Yep. Hi, Corey. It's my hat. Very cool. Very cool. Now, I don't know how long I should hold people, but I could always ask questions too. I don't know if I want to do that yet, or if I want to save that for a more special occasion. I actually have some principles with me too, where I can say, hey, what do you think about this chart? What do you think about this? What do you think about that, right? So there's a lot of things I can do. I don't know if I'll do them, or when I should do them, or where I should do them. But it'll be done eventually, I'm sure. Man, this thing is confusing sometimes. Know when to turn around. I think my mom's the only one on Twitch, isn't it? And then everybody else is on YouTube. My gosh, all you YouTube frogs. It's all YouTube, right? I've got some more people coming down here. It's a pretty good spot. I mean, I'm literally in the sun. I could go in the shade, but like I also like the sun. So, you know, there's nothing to be afraid of here. I don't see any trails or anything, so not bad, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Here, we'll talk to some people back here, see what we can do. It's Memorial Day, so I'm trying to stand for freedom as much as I can, my friends. You got a great attitude and heart, so if I see you live, we tune in to give you some love. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. You coming here. Come to Palm Beach County. Where's that from Tampa? Palm Beach County. I feel like I know, but if you want to remind me, should I go to YouTube? It's up to you. It doesn't matter. You can go wherever you want. Did I put the papers away already? No. Okay. I usually keep them here, but I can just hold them. Let's see. Yeah, everywhere in Florida, by the way, is really nice. It's gorgeous. But yeah, I can always, let's see. I have a kickball flyer too. I got a health flyer. It really just depends on who I talk to. But yeah. Dead East. Oh, okay. So more on the coast, Palm Beach. I haven't been over there all the way to the east. It'll be closer to Jim, I think. Jim's more central, more east though. How's it going? Happy Memorial Day. Yeah. Here, I'm giving information about freedom, truth, all sorts of things. Growing food, unschooling. If you're into that, we also have a local project, 5 acres. We're growing food, we're demonstrating abundance. So, yeah, if you're into that.
All right, thank you.
I appreciate it. Take care. Three hours? Yeah, so 3 hours is where Jim Gale is from here or so. But if you take the train, it's faster. It's like half the time. That's what I like to do. I like to take the train. I'm actually very close to Mar-a-Lago. Oh, say hi to Trump for me. Say hi to Trump. Say, hey, yo, what's up? What's up, my homeboy? I would, by the way, I would do that. If I saw Trump, I'd be like, yo, what's up? I'd be cool. I have nothing against them. I have nothing against anybody, you know? Everybody gets all emotional, like, oh, this person, that person. It's like, no, they're just people. know, and that's it. If you want them to be treated as just people, then treat them as just people, right? That's it. And let's be honest, he's very gregarious, right? My mom's like, what word is that? I'm like, I don't know, I saw this in some video game, Crusader Kings 2. Gregarious means like you speak to people like really well. That's why he's good at business. You know, it's admirable. It is. So, but also I understand like more of his New York lingo because I grew up around it with my parents. So my dad would get a kick if he's listening to this right now. But yeah, I could try biking, by the way, with this thing. A little dangerous because I don't have a holder right now. See, I was thinking maybe I get like a basket or something to put on here, but like, I don't know. There's like barely any room on this thing. And then like what, a cup holder or something? Like, I mean, I just put my water in here and I got like all my flyers and stuff in here, but I don't know. Got to figure it out. I was gonna have this like little screwy thing, but this thing is too difficult to put on. I'm telling you. We'll figure out our rhythm eventually. We'll figure it out. You know, I probably should just walk over to the shade that's literally right in front of me. I could also tie up my bike to a bench when I get to one. That's another idea. I grew up in New York, yeah, so you probably know the lingo. It seems the same in Philly. Like the reason why Mark Passio speaks the way he does, I mean, anybody from Philly would get it, I'd say, immediately. Because, you know, it's just kind of street language, city language, you know? And I think people respect him for that, especially people from those areas. I talked to John, I talked to Mark, I'm like, I see a similarity here. I talked to my dad, I see a similarity. It's just where you grow up influences how you speak, right? I don't know what I sound like. I mean, I grew up in Pennsylvania, but born in New York, technically. But that's because my parents trusted the doctors there, spilling the beans. Now, by the way, I guess the internet connection here is good. I don't think I lagged out once in this one spot. It's the blackberries helping me. But I tell you, the minute I start biking somewhere, it's gonna be like drop. And we'll see. But I'm handing out some good flyers, so I'm glad to make some progress on that. And I could go back to the Tuscan Center too and show you guys what that's all about. But great connection, cool. Yeah, that's until I go across the street. All right. Bum bum bum. I'll be a little tour guide here. Look at this. Whee. Oh, we got a vertical view now. My gimbal just decides to go vertical on me all of a sudden. Everybody's got their neck twisted. That happens to another streamer I know too. Same exact thing. His gimbal just like goes vertical randomly. Weep. We're back. Let's see if that happens again. See, I can bike with this thing. I'm pretty good. See, I'm not bad. I got this. Got to cross the street. Luckily, there's no cars here. We're set. We're good. I'm going pretty slow. With the camera in my hand. Biking with one camera in one hand and the other hand on the bike. How you guys all doing out there? To January 13th. By the way, why is that your name in the chat? Something happened in that year? This is where the internet gets all weird. We'll find out. Don't worry. If I get disconnected, it'll just come back up. You might hear some wind noise. It's natural. It happens. I'm going to go back up here. I have to ring my bell. All right, let's see. Excuse me. Thank you. I appreciate it. nice day. Let's go to our bench. See, as I move away from the city, the internet connection slowly gets worser. Or worse, not worser. Wee. Oh yeah, our classic no trespassing signs. I love that. Classic. Gotta fit through these poles. I barely made it, guys. Barely made it through the poles. Got a Pokemon go to the polls. Anybody remember that meme? Hillary Clinton? It's a bad meme. That was so cringy. Oh gosh. We back at our lovely bench. Check it out. Look at this beautiful bench. Ah, boy. Pretty peaceful over here. And the cool thing about the bench is I could just chill out at the bench. And for anybody who comes, I'm trying to estimate, by being here on the trail, is this more busy or less busy than being at the Tuscan Center? And I'm going to show you guys the Tuscan Center because that place is cool. Okay, let's see. Let's sit down here. All right, we're at the bench. I have a seat here. Somebody can join me if they want. Come stream snipe me. Say hi. Very nice. I could probably bike to the Tuscan Center from here. Thinking about it. But I'm just enjoying the view. Let's see here. I'm gonna put you guys right here. You think it would be busy with peeps being off today? Yep. I don't know. I gotta find the right time to do things, you know? Just gotta figure it out. I'm gonna switch the camera this way. Cool. Oh my gosh, John, you're spamming the chats. Holy moly. How's it going? Don't worry, the camera's on me.
Come on, Hunter.
How's it going? Today, we honor those who lost their lives while plundering natural resources of countries that never threatened or attacked the US. That's true. That's true. I think, what was it? David Icke had like a whole list of countries that America attacked, and then it's like Iran, and it's like nothing. It's like one country. Like the US side had like every country on earth. It's like, holy moly. I could share this live stream on Telegram if we want more people in here. I mean, people just don't know I go live. I just go live randomly. And I didn't share this with anybody. Here, I'm going to post it. I'm going to go on Telegram right now. If you guys aren't in Telegram, it's t.me/Bigfoot Food Forest, but also t.me/The Liberator 2. And that's where we have some stuff. Local events and global events and updates for everything that's going on, even when I post videos, in case you're not getting notifications. That happens, you know. It is what it is. Let's see here. Posting a bunch of cool places. We also have a prepping hub, so if you're into like preparing in your area, we got like bartering hubs everywhere. Someone's dog is barking. He's into it. And pretty much anything you want. If you need connections, network, we actually are creating a mapper. If you go right now to theliberator.us/network or healthrevealed.org, you'll see that there is a mapper with a bunch of resources so you can try to network with people in your area. I transferred some of the coordinators, quote unquote, of people in certain areas, part of the Liberator 2, to that by basically emailing everybody that was a part of that and saying, hey, you know, now we got an interactive map. This is even better. So we can use that instead. That way you can just like zoom in on where you are, you know, look at where you're more so located. You don't have to give your exact location, just your general vicinity if you want. And then you can move the little pin wherever you want it to be. It could be in the middle of some road, right? As long as you can network with people local to you, that's the whole purpose. And you can share it with other people in the community. Frankly, independent media should have had a mapper like this a long time ago. And I know there's freedom cells and other things, but I think it's a little too complicated. And we have to make it easy for people to take action and to be coordinated. It's part of the reason why I'm getting together a Jim, because he gets it. You know, there's not many people who get it, the idea that we need action. What's up? Bug attacking me. He's like, yo, what's up? Thoughts on video games? I like video games. I think they're cool. Now, my thoughts on video games, like why? Because it's like, it could be a distraction or it can inspire people to do all sorts of things. There's all sorts of different video games, right? So it depends on what video games you're talking about. Obviously, I've seen people play horror games. I've seen people do all sorts of different games. I grew up playing World of Warcraft. That was my video game, right? So that's what I played. And it taught me a lot about, you know, how to deal with people actually and all sorts of things. I had over 3,000 people I had to manage in a guild. So it was pretty crazy. I had to deal with drama nonstop. When I was like 13, I was like, oh, this is cool. But then I realized it's not cool. And I had to deal with it and I had to confront people. It was wild stuff in that guild. So we got a biker gang coming over here. Ooh. Check that out. How's it going? Nice. Now that I think about it, the Tuscan Center is probably better to go to because there won't be as many bikers. So I can talk to people because they'll be more so walking around. But yeah, what is your thoughts on video games, SWAT 21? I think video games could be very stimulating for the brain. You get certain type of games for children at certain ages. It could be really helpful in some cases. But of course, you know, it's like anything else. There's nuance to it. There's balance. There's having to see what it's doing, right? Being dependent on it. Are you playing it all the time? You know, is it hindering anything that's going on in your life? There's all sorts of different factors and variables. It's so hard to just generalize and say, all games of this type are of this nature, right? There's all sorts of nuance. It goes for anything. And the more you're able to study the nature of opposites, as I talk about in my latest book, The Arts and Book of Opposites, the more you are able to see this nuance and not take things so literally, and to be able to entertain different thoughts, and again, not get too emotional or egoic and saying you know, or saying that you can't know at all. So it's all about discernment, and what it does is it trains your brain to quite literally discipline yourself and your knowledge so you can improve in your knowledge. Because the moment you say, I've got it figured out, you corrupt your knowledge. You say, I don't want to learn anymore. And the moment you say, I can't learn it all, you say, you corrupt your knowledge again because you don't want to learn anymore. So you don't want to be on either end of I know it or I don't know it, right? But then how do you find that middle path, as they say in Buddhism? It takes a lot of discipline, and it's not necessarily going to come externally, because again, internal, external, that within itself is an opposite. So, you know, looking up to God or just meditating to ourselves, what if it's a combination of both to an extent? Because just as you can focus on yourself and make yourself better and really like give yourself self-care, self-love, you know, there's all these routines and people who do this stuff out there. They inspire other people to do it. They're an external force, helping you cultivate your internal force. No matter what, we're surrounded by other people and other things. We're never alone. Even in nature, we're surrounded by other things, and we're part of nature. So this is a relationship, and it's a relationship you can't escape, right? There's going to be interactions between these ecosystems. One part of that ecosystem ignored is not a holistic assessment. You're not a practitioner if you're ignoring one part of the picture. You got to look at every picture. You got to look at everybody's opinions. Everybody's opinion is valid. Everybody's view is valid. You may not like hearing that, right? Because you say, oh, well, these people are wrong and these people are crazy. If you have deep compassion for humanity, you see everybody in their value. You see where they're coming from, why they think what they think. And from that position, you can actually help them more than if you were to simply say, oh, they're crazy. There's no hope. Can't help them. How are you helping yourself change the world when you are degrading the very people you need to help you change the world? And these are the types of dynamics I've had to discern for myself. So, man, happy Memorial Day. What's up? Do people say Happy Memorial Day? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? I don't know. I mean, I'm happy every day, right? And that's another thing. This day's a holiday. This day, it's like, I don't know. Today was Memorial Day. I just found out, basically. I have no clue. See a bunch of American flags. I'm like, okay, I guess someday is special today. I have no clue. It's like, what the heck? But yeah, thank you, SWAT, for being in the chat. I appreciate it, and for sticking around. Oh, here we got an oak tree here behind me. This oak tree, massive oak tree. Holy moly! And then some of these are like palm saw meadow. People actually pay for that as a supplement for women's health. This grows like all over Florida. Pretty crazy. There's medicinals everywhere. We're surrounded by them, right? There's probably more of those blackberry bushes that I saw before all along this trail, right? Without a doubt. It's just got a matter of like finding them or just taking a moment to look, because most people just don't even look around them, right? It's like, wait, there's things in the air? Huh? What? You know, there's people following orders, what? Suppressing their conscience? Like, how did World War II happen? I don't know. It just happened, I guess. There was some crazy person. I guess that's just how it happened. It's like, just think for a moment. Just be present. Observe. You'll see. So, man. Everybody's bikers around here. Holy moly. I'm not going to make any progress with bikers because they're zooming. What am I supposed to do? Stop them? I guess I could, right? I could, maybe if I hold a sign and I say, I have a question, right? What do you guys think? What should be my approach? Anybody got any ideas? Because I will do it. If you guys have ideas and you're like, Corey, you should do this, I'm going to do it. This is the point of the live stream, all right? But I'm going to tell you this. I might go back into one of the neighborhoods over here and show you guys the Tuscan Center, because that's a pretty cool place. And you guys would be like, whoa, what is this? It looks like a Greek, or maybe a Greek Italian or something, like a sculpture kingdom. It's pretty cool. It's in the middle of some random place in Florida here. So, yep. Make sure you guys stay hydrated. Yo, what's up? Oh snap, somebody follow? And that's big on my screen. Let's see. SWAT21, you followed on Twitch. Thank you for making a Twitch account. I appreciate that. I'm trying to increase the momentum on Twitch. It's a great place to be. The reason why I like Twitch is because it has like all these cool like emotes and icons and stuff, and the community tends to be more like gamers. So you asked about video games. It's where all the Twitch people go, usually. But Twitch has been mainly actually like a just chatting section, you know, people just hanging out, doing real life stuff now. That's become more of the trend. Difference between Memorial Day and Veterans is, unfortunately, memorial is to honor the dead, so it's hard to say happy, but but if you think of it as honoring their lives and what they thought or did contribute, then it's happy. LOL, makes sense? Yeah, that makes sense. You're right. I guess it's not happy, but it is happy, because you're celebrating and you're saying it's honor, but then you're also sad for dying in that honor. So it's kind of like the Jesus situation. It's like, oh, hail Jesus, let's worship him. And at the same time, oh, he died for our sins. Man, it's like, okay, I'll be happy and sad. That sounds good. I mean, right? Isn't it kind of the same thing? Maybe not. I don't know. I'm crazy enough. Hey, what's up?
Your blog?
Yeah, it's a live stream. If you want, I'll share with you some stuff.
I don't really do it.
No, it's cool. I'm actually sharing about like truth and freedom. Are you into anything like that? Like, are you concerned about the world? What's going on?
Probably a Republican, so.
Hey, that don't matter to me. I care that people never suppress their conscience. They always do what they believe is right.
True.
And yeah, you know, don't hurt other people, don't steal their stuff, don't violate property, basic stuff, you know?
A lot of stuff goes back to them having any religion and believing in God.
Yeah. Yeah, you believe that a lot?
I have my cross around my neck right now.
Oh, awesome, man. No, I appreciate it. Are you a veteran or anything, or?
No, I'm a retired firefighter.
Okay, I appreciate that. Well, look, so I have this flyer. This is what I hand out to some people. It has a whole bunch of things, right? So I like to talk to all sorts of people. I like to learn from them. And so I'm totally cool, you know, with...
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Democrat or Republican?
Neither.
You're independent?
Nope.
You vote?
Nope.
That's the problem with these kids today. Nobody votes. If you want to change some things, an aspect, I know everyone's, oh, well, our voting is all screwed up and everything like that. But if you want to make change, I think you got to go to the polls and vote. At least for somebody who you think is going to do well by you. I know there's a lot of lobbyists that really work in there that basically uphold make all the laws and everything because they want to do the lobbyist thing, but you still got to vote, you know.
I understand that's your concern, but for me, I want to live in a fully consensual world where I consent to be a part of that system. So would you say that I consent to that system? At all, of any person that in charge of me? Because what if I don't want any of them? What if I think, oh, I don't want this guy or that person?
Nobody is in charge of you. You are your own individual.
I respect that.
Person. Nobody's in charge of you. You can maybe make some changes in development of what's going on in the world, like that, and how you leave the world to your younger generations behind you, you know, but
okay,
nobody's in charge of you.
I respect that.
You got to think. And I said, I think a lot of people have to put religion back in their life. A lot of these kids nowadays have gone away from God, the Bible, and things. So any religion. So
yeah,
that's my brother. But we'll take his phone call right now. But You know, what do you feel about religion?
I study all sorts of religion. Christianity, I have a lot of Christian friends. I have a lot of Buddhist friends. My neighbor, you know, she's Buddhist, and I go to a Buddhist temple in Tampa called Florida Community of Mindfulness. They've been there for over 30 years. They're fully off grid. They grow food. I'm actually encouraging the churches grow food too. You know, I get people together.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's very good.
So for me, it's all about just connecting with human to human level, you know, and I talk to people who are, you know, they call themselves spiritual but not religious,
Right.
you know, and as long as people, I believe, you know, have some sort of connection with nature, that to me is where I get my spirituality from.
Okay.
But I respect the teachings of Jesus Christ and all these different people throughout history. I don't say one way is the best, or, you know, you're going to go to hell if you don't agree with this or that.
Yes.
But, you know, I'm pretty nuanced in
I
that.
was gonna say, but the people to have, you know, there would be a lot of less problems if people did have some type of spiritual being
Sure.
behind them instead of not thinking that there isn't a
Right.
God or something. So
Hey, I get you. I understand why you say that. You know, I talk about on my channel, like Carl Jung, he talked about that, like psychology. Even Jordan Peterson is talking about that now. And there's actually a big revival happening with spirituality. People are finding out they need that as the world tends to get more dangerous. People are like, where do I find that source of spirituality? So I appreciate, you know, your perspectives on that. And you say that I own myself and that, you know, that I love that, because that's basically why I believe I want to live in a fully consensual world. If somebody, I'm voting them in office for the potential of them ruling over me, and then they get to pass some law that dictates what to do with my life and my property, I don't agree to that system.
Right.
So I'm a voluntarist. Have you ever heard of voluntarism?
no.
Yeah, so you can look this up. It's one of the things in the paper. And a lot of Republicans, I was very deeply conservative. I was like pro-Constitution. We got to vote. I was the same way. But a lot of people are realizing we need to change ourselves. We can't be looking up to other people to change the world for us. And if true freedom, right, just as it says in like our founding fathers, like self-governance, we have to understand natural law, natural rights. So these are the things that I talk about. And I educate people directly. So that is where my work is. It's not with trying to change one person or some laws. It's about trying to change the everyday person. So you being here, simply having this conversation, is a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
Because many people won't, right? I mean,
Right. They'll walk away. Well, I was a Democrat at one time. And
Okay.
I basically switched over to Republican.
oh,
I
wow.
was a real strong Democrat for years of growing up because I was a union person and we worked in the steel mills back in Ohio.
Wow.
And so I was very pro-democratic and thing. And then it wasn't until later that I just said, no, that party is not doing what I feels right now in my heart. So I switched over and went Republican, and happy that I am still Republican.
Yeah, a lot of people have, you know, and I don't blame you for going that direction. It's definitely, in my opinion, it's on the right path.
And it's your freedom. Whatever you want. You don't want the Republican, you can switch over to the Democrat,
Right.
or like you said, or be an independent.
Yeah. Well, for instance,
you don't have to pick either.
if I don't want to pay taxes, if I want to live free off the land, off grid, growing my own food, do you think I have the right to do that? Live free?
Yes, you do. You have the right to do that, but you got to go find a state or something to go and do it at. You know.
I can't do it right here?
Well, not in Florida. That's
No?
Florida's a Republican state.
What if I
They
said I had a
don't
friend in
tax
St.
it.
Cloud who's doing that right now on 50 acres? He's demonstrating the solution.
Okay.
He's not paying taxes. He had somebody from the state come over,
All right.
and they ended up with tears in their eyes, and they said, we'll never bother you again. Because he said that we're growing food for the community, we're helping demonstrate freedom and abundance.
Right.
He says if we all grow food, just something, we defeat scarcity, which is a leading cause of war and conflict and division. He's got Airbnbs where people stay, there's grazing animals, it's beautiful, right? And so I'm actually building a local community center here as well, 5 acres.
Get that address, I think.
Yeah, I'll share it. I have a flyer for that too.
I don't want to go because St. Cloud's not too far from here, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit of a drive.
Well, this is the one we're doing here. But if you reach out to me, email me, it's on there. And I'll send you his information. I could probably get you a discount at one of his Airbnbs because like I'm close with the owner. But he's been doing this for like a year or two. He built a food forest. I don't know if you ever heard of a food forest.
Yes.
Oh, you have? That's cool. He did it on sand. So like everybody's like, oh, you can't grow food on sand, you know? So, but he just built soil, getting wood chips, and then he got the right plants together. He made his own lake. Amazing. And these are great people, you know? So they believe that freedom comes down to when everybody and all the influencers come together and we all say, hey, you know, enough and enough with the poisons, enough and enough of like all these laws and all these mandates. Like, let's just be free, demonstrate abundance, and, you know, this is how we heal the world as well. This is how we heal the environment. All our biggest problems can be solved from simply mass adoption of growing food instead of lawns. The lawns right in front of us, the HOAs, you know, my parents live in one, right? But like we have a food forest in our backyard in an HOA, you know, and people are inspired. They go through it, they're like, wait, you know, I can grow food too. And then they take a part of the plant, they put in their yard, boom, a whole new tree for generations and generations to come. It's free energy.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a wonderful thing, and it inspires people. So rather than feeling like, oh, the world's got to change, and this person, if I just write their name on a piece of paper, that's enough. I'll change. That's good. I could change the world that way. We're like, we have to do it ourselves.
Yeah,
we have to create that system.
Putting that community back.
Yes.
Into that.
And let's incorporate the churches. If you have a great church locally, I'm willing to talk with them, bring friends that I know, you know, because we can all do it together. And I have people who will volunteer, will bring plants, because we can create the Garden of Eden on Earth.
Right.
And there's some theories about that being here in Florida, the Garden of Eden. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
No,
but
I've never heard of that one. That's a new one for me. So.
But I appreciate your open-mindedness. And, you know, to voluntarism, you know, it's just the idea that, hey, I want to live in a voluntary world. So if I write somebody's name on a piece of paper, I'm basically giving up my self-ownership to somebody else. If I vote, I'm saying that somebody has the right to rule over me. And I say nobody has that right. As you acknowledge I own myself,
right.
I acknowledge everybody else owns themselves. So I let them be, let them live and let live, golden rule, and I practice it.
Right. So, all right. Well, I'll look at your blog and everything and take a.
What inspires you, if you don't mind me asking? Like,
what's that?
What inspires you? Like, what is it that got you into, you know, religion, and did that inspire you on your other path?
I lost a spouse. I lost a spouse to cancer. Wow. So that got me out riding a bike. I retired from the fire service.
You look great.
And everything. I've been working out, riding a bike, taking care of myself, doing stuff for myself, and trying to relearn a life after 26 years of being with somebody very special in my life.
Wow.
So that's a blow that, you know, grief is one hell of a thing. So
my gosh.
I don't.
Yes.
But they say with great love comes great grief. So remember that.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know if you have anybody significant in your life, but if
I do,
you lost that person, and you'll see how it will change you. You know.
Yeah.
You know. So, and hopefully you change for the better and stuff like that, and try to live in their path of their life.
You look really healthy though, and I love the fact you're biking. It's beautiful weather, right?
Hey, it's great weather. It's hot.
I know.
It's
always
hot.
hot.
Go at night now, so it's like
It's
we're
true.
in Florida, so I've been going later and later and later. So.
Yep.
But I appreciate your time. So
no, I appreciate it.
Take care.
Thank you so much for having the conversation. You're super cool. Thank you. Nice bike. Awesome. I love that. I love that. What do you guys think of that? That was pretty crazy, wasn't it? That was crazy. Gotta get my camera over here. Holy moly, camera, follow me for once, please. That was great. I think that went amazing. I have two cameras on my front. I don't even notice a difference. Great convo. Thank you, man. Ah, man. You changed this whole view. Well, you know, he was very open-minded, so I respect that. And there's a lot of really open-minded people out there. Just got to have the conversation. I felt like I talked a little too much, but, you know, I wanted to share some new ideas with him. So I think it went well. Want to make changes, step up and do it in your own community, stop making others do it for us. That's right. You know, inspire people. We can't be relying on these systems. People are going to find out, if they haven't already found out, that, you know, depending on these systems is not going to help us. And even if they change everything, you know, they have to still be responsible in their own life for their own health, you know, and for their own spirituality. Nobody can do that for them. How's it going? Great combo. Thank you, Swap, by the way. Thank you for the support. Awesome stuff. Hey, you got a little like icon next to your name. What is that? It's like a little brick. I know you just followed me on Twitch. What is that little icon, man? Yeah, if you have Amazon as well, you can connect your Amazon account to your Twitch, because if you didn't know that, Twitch is owned by Amazon, but they don't really care. They let people do stuff on here. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, that was a great conversation for sure. I love having conversations like that. That's why I'm out here. I get to meet people like that. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. And I encourage everybody else does the same thing, honestly. You know, it's a good thing to do. Now he's going to come to our project. He's going to email me. I'll let him know about other places. Boom. You never know where that can go. It's amazing. It's amazing stuff. It's awesome. Hey man, what's up? Nice day out, right? I know it's Memorial Day, so I'm handing out stuff about freedom and truth, if you're into all that.
I'm good, thanks so much.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Growing food, anything like that?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, good, man. Cool, cool. Can't win them all. Maybe he doesn't have any room, doesn't want to know where to hold it. You never know. Could be all sorts of reasons. But yeah, you never know who walks by. It's like a waiting game, huh? It's like sit here and meditate while waiting for people to come on by. Is the audio pick up pretty good, by the way, on the conversation? Because I think that was pretty awesome if you got to hear all of that. I know I'm probably going to be a little louder than the other person, but excellent. Excelente. So, I might head over to the Tuscan Center soon. What time is it? 6:24. All right. You know, the sun doesn't go down for a long time in Florida, so I can go cruising again and just see who I run into and see what happens. New here, what are you doing? What am I doing? Hemp Mansion. What a cool name. Hemp Mansion. Bro, you growing hemp in a mansion? You belong here, my friend. No, I'm just kidding. Well, maybe. There's probably a lot of people who are like, that's awesome. Everyone's telling me to grow hemp here in Florida. Sun hemp in particular. I'm here on the Pinellas Trail near Tampa, Florida. What's up, guys? Welcome to YouTube. No, and I'm here basically to ask people questions, to get them inspired, to share ideas, to talk to people, to hang out with you guys. It's Memorial Day, so we're talking about freedom. We're talking about creating a better world. We're talking about, you know, all sorts of untaught ideas we aren't told in school. Here, I'm going to show you guys this flyer. If you guys don't know what I'm handing out here, check this out. Knowledge is power, untaught and unique ideas. So we got everything from schooling, health and foods, right? Politics and economics, everything, right? So whether you're into one of those or another, just new ideas. Everybody can think for themselves, make up their own mind. That's what I'm here to do, is just empower and inspire, right? Share ideas. What inspired you to go down the path to find truth? Well, since there's some new people in the chat as well, I'll tell you, when I was 13, I was researching ingredients in the grocery store. And that led me down a whole path. I found out, you know, there's a lot of things that we aren't taught about. You know, there's all sorts of ingredients in our food supply that shouldn't probably be there. A lot of people are talking about that now, but I was finding out this when I was 13, you know, and with the technology at my fingertips. I was doing this, you know, while I was in school. I'm like, oh, I have this knowledge nobody else is looking at. And then that delved me down this path of understanding, like, how do we help people? You know, how do we heal the world? And why are we lied to about all sorts of these things, right? Yo, thank you for following. Appreciate that, Hemp Mansion. Thank you, man. And man, woman, or whatever. But, you know, get the point, is that basically it led me down this path, and I kept meeting all these cool people and people who are like living off grid. Now I'm meeting people who live on like 50 acres in St. Cloud, Florida, and he's got Airbnbs and grazing animals and all the stuff. And that inspired me to grow food. So you just asked, do you grow food? Yes, I do. And then a bunch of other experiences too led me down the path of freedom and psychology, really. Because as I observe the world and realize, wait, we need to be free, we need to be healthy, there's a lot that goes on in the minds of people. So understanding mind control, or understanding how we manipulate ourselves, or we think we know it all, and we get emotional, we get egoic. I mean, you know, studying Carl Jung and different psychologists, and profound work, profound realizations from that, right? But also just observing nature. You know, my message on my YouTube, in case you don't know, I'm on all sorts of platforms. It's nature is the answer. So I've always held that through my life. There's, you know, natural law, natural medicine, natural rights, right? And as you delve down these paths, you realize it's basically an alternative to all the things that we do to destroy ourselves. And so if we're trying to work with the environment and not against it, we'll learn how to grow food. We'll learn how to talk to people. We'll learn how to, have these conversations and not get, triggered and be open, and see what solutions exist out there and why we might be doing things wrong as a human species as a whole. Carl Jung, revolutionary dude. Well, there's a lot of cool people out there. I learn from everybody, that's the thing. I like to learn from everybody. So yourself, if you got stuff you want to share, feel free to share it with me. And I like to look at the truth of everything. I know there's people out there who go into all sorts of topics. I'm open to all of it. I talk about everything. You see on my shirt, it says question everything. So there's nothing off limits for me. I meet everybody. And even those people you think, oh, they're crazy, they think that. Well, guess what? They think that for a reason. They've had this life path where maybe they had some trauma, they had to face some things, and it led them down that path, and they fell down a rabbit hole, and they felt like they were lied to. And then maybe, yes, they get too emotional, and maybe they think that, that they're being lied to about everything, and some of it is actually true, and some of it isn't. Either way, I learn from everybody, and it's all about discernment. So I encourage you to do the same thing. You don't have to take every word I say as gospel, as truth, but think for yourself, right? Can we have a world where this conversation is accepted and allowed and grown rather than suppressed, right? Nowadays you have all this different censorship, and people say, oh, you can't talk about that. Oh, that's off limits. Well, that's just conspiracy. It's like, no, there's something in there. There's a reason why people follow it. There's a reason why people think there's something to it that's helping them too in their personal life. You're a grower in Tampa. I'm in Tampa, dude. That's crazy. Growing hemp at my dad's house. Shoot. Dude, you can connect with us. We have 5 acres in Newport Richey. We're growing food. Yeah. How's it going? You just see me talking to myself? Going crazy? What's up, man? Doing all right? Here, if you want to grow food or anything, we're doing stuff locally. Okay. Yeah, man. If you got kids or anything. All right. Oh, good. I appreciate it. All right. Let's see. What else here? I'm missing some messages. So you're just teaching others. There's truth in everything to some extent. Exactly, man. Well, we're all teachers, aren't we? We all have some sort of wisdom to share. So that's what I believe, at least. Discernment is why I'm convinced that all politicians are deceivers. Well, they're agenda oriented, right? It's like, oh, I got to have a mission. I got to sound a certain way. I got to speak a certain way. I got to act a certain way. And that gets rid of the authenticity that is simply themselves. If you ever want to get into hemp, I'm your guy to help you with the red tape. All right. Yeah, I think we want to do sun hemp. Now, when you say hemp, I think some people are going to think like marijuana or something. You see, I have this long hair, so some people think I do all that stuff, but I don't. But either way, I'm open to everything, and I have a lot of friends who do all sorts of things, mushrooms, all that stuff. And I'm cool, with all that. And hemp is amazing. I know for many, many thousands of years, people were using it for rope and for building structures, and for the nutrition value in hemp is also incredible, right? It has like a perfect omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. We're talking about like hemp seed here, hemp oil. And you don't just have to smoke it. You can do patches, or you can do oil form. It's incredible. And hemp is helping people sleep, right? There's CBD, there's THC, there's different forms and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a superfood, that's right. And I think a lot of it comes from Canada right now, doesn't it? You know more about this than me. I could probably interview you. Hey, if you come to the trail, I'll talk to you. Or, we can do some sort of meetup or something. But yeah, our project is called Bigfoot Food Forest. And if you go on YouTube, if you look at Bigfoot Food Forest, you'll see we did a video tour, and we're just starting up the project, and we're going to grow all sorts of things. We're building things together. You're doing potlucks, bonfires, all that stuff. So you're totally welcome to join in. That'd be awesome. And you just found me on Twitch. That's pretty cool. You're like, oh, this dude's from Tampa. I got to connect with him. I'm totally down, man. Totally down. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. I met a lot of people online. You telling me, like, it's that one dude I met before who I was just talking to. Like, you never know what can come of that, right? So many different connections. Bigfoot Food Forest. Yeah, Bigfoot Food Forest is the name of the location here in Newport Richey, where we're doing a lot of cool stuff. demonstrating the solution, freedom and abundance. That's right. By the way, thank you for those people on Twitch for hanging out. And you can always connect your Amazon to your Twitch account. Feel free to give a free subscription in case you have Amazon account. If not, that's cool too. I don't care. I'm here to educate the public. Is it on IG, Instagram? Yes, we do. Bigfoot food. I think it's just Bigfoot Forest on Instagram. We don't have anything on there yet, but you can check it out. We're going to start posting stuff on its own YouTube, but right now I have my own accounts. So it's Corey Health on Instagram and Corey Health on Twitter, or X, 2 names on Twitter. and then also YouTube, it's Corey Nature is the Answer, and that's where all the videos are. But we're gonna start posting videos to Bigfoot Food Forest on YouTube, and we're gonna start posting stuff maybe on Instagram. I know everybody uses Instagram, so I gotta get on it. But if you look up Corey Health, I have like 2,000 followers on my Corey Health page. So I post like clips of my interviews and stuff. It's pretty cool. Make sure to hydrate, guys. So this is water. This is basically, filtered. Make sure you get it right. Reverse osmosis with minerals, right? Fulvic acid. Cool stuff. Hey, doggos. What's up? Nice dogs. I'm doing a live stream. That's why I'm talking to myself.
Oh, that's no problem.
Yeah. Are you a veteran or anything? Memorial Day or?
No?
No? Okay. If you want to grow food or anything, let us know. Come back. Yeah. If you ever want to, yeah, I appreciate it. If you ever need information, I'm here. He's busy walking his dog, doing stuff. He seems distracted, so I'll leave him alone. But, I like to talk to people who seem like they want to talk, or they're open, or they're not busy, or they're not on the phone, or they're not biking, or whatever it is. Don't want to be too much of a nuisance. But let's be honest, if you're a streamer, you're basically a nuisance by design. Just add your IGs. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. I'm in the shade this time, so I'm not burning alive like I was 30 minutes ago. I think we're going to start heading over to the Tuscan Center. But every time I say that, somebody walks by, and I'm like, I got to talk to them. So let's see. Probably going to head on our way. Do a tour. Have you been over to this area, by the way? If you're from Tampa, have you ever been over to like Newport Richie on the Pinellas Trail or anything like that? You probably know what I'm talking about. I don't know if you've been over here. But just let me know. Have you ever been to like Trinity area, Odessa, any of those areas in Florida? I wouldn't be surprised if my parents just rode their bikes and met me here randomly just to surprise me. They're the type to do that. Now that I mention it, they're probably on their way right now, knowing them. All right, I think it might be time for a bike tour. And if you didn't see what was on my hat, say hi, Corey. That's right. Let's go. Hey, by the way, I shaved just for you guys, all right? That's what she said. No, I shaved my face just for you guys, because basically, otherwise I look like more like Jesus. I put my hair down, I don't shave. I think I look more like Jesus. At least, by the way, I have people stopping me on the streets who literally are like, it's Jesus. Hey, Jesus. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, I swear, if I walk around with a robe and put my hair down, something's going to happen. Like, someone's going to nail me to a cross or something. Like, I'm telling you. Like, this is what happens. Like, no joke. All right, man. Let's do this. Let's go. You guys got the full round tour. We're going to head over to the Tuscan Center. Let's see here. The Tuscan. What Tuscan? I think it's a Greek or Italian inspired something. I don't know. Let's see, where are we at? Where we at?
Head west on Pinellas Trail.
Thanks for leaking my location, Google. I appreciate it. Now everybody knows I'm on Pinellas Trail. All right. Wait, I could take a shortcut there? They want me to wrap it. Wait, really? If I go that way? Nah, it's the other way. No shot. Wait, if I just go straight and follow this? All right. Well, let's see if we lag out. If we lag out, don't worry. I'll still be here. It'll just come back, okay? But I'm just letting you know it may lag out, but I'm gonna have to bike around this trail to get there. I didn't know there's a shortcut. Is it gonna make me take the main road? A little bit. It'll be fine. Let's do it. I don't know where I'm going, but let's find out. Yeah, I'm streaming on my phone right now. I got a phone just so I can do the streams type stuff, and the quality seems pretty good, right? So I think it works out pretty nicely. I'm pretty happy with the way things are, and I want to go to where there's more people. So I want to go to the Tuscan Center because I think there might be more people there right now. I'm not sure, but I mean, there's just a lot more people biking on this trail. So I want to try to find more people who are just walking. And you might hear some wind noise. Like I said, we might get disconnected at times just on this trail a little bit, but so far connection has been great today and there hasn't actually been a single hiccup. But me saying that means there probably will be in like 5 seconds. So let's be real. Now, all this, as you see, there's like a fence, right? This says like no trespassing. I think it's part of the preserve. And I tried requesting to see like, hey, I'm not gonna disturb anything. If anything, I'm big into like environment stuff. So could you let me record in there if I want to? I don't think I got a response. Typical. The government paid by taxpayers, hard to correspond with, just so I can maybe record in there. But it's really nice, you know, all these open fields and stuff. I dig that. I think it's cool. But yeah, so I'm doing this on my phone. I'm literally right now one hand on the camera and one hand on the bike. So maybe safe, maybe not. Oh, I gotta turn around. Going the wrong direction. That's what happens when I mute Google. Yeah. Let's get the camera up a little bit. But yeah, it's beautiful. Actually, the internet seems to be like really good today for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe it's like a phone update or something. Anyways, you guys want to see me or do you want to see the tour? I don't think you want to see me, right? You don't care about me. You just want to see the environment. You're like, screw that. You just want to see the beautiful nature. I wouldn't blame you if that was the case. I sound like a schizo talking to myself over here. I just did the same thing, just got a phone for streaming. I didn't know Twitch is, yeah, Twitch is relatively pretty open. Got banned at 150K, plan to stream on Twitch. Wow, man. Well, grats to you. Keep up the good work. Where did you get banned? You said, is that YouTube or what? Like where exactly is that? Oh man, can't bike straight. Road race. Like I said, you might hear some wind noise. Hello, everyone. There we go. Blue skies, as usual. A little bit of wind. A little bit of wind. I don't know what's going on over here. There was like a shack in this area before and then it disappeared. Daryl, what's up, man? You're always here. I appreciate it. Oh, TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. Man, I don't know why. TikTok, I don't get like a whole lot of views over there. I think someone told me it's because I don't use it. Like I don't watch other people's stuff on there. I mean, it's not like, TikTok is not my main thing. Like I'm not a huge TikTok fan. You know what I mean? Like TikTok is TikTok. I don't know if that's where my audience will be. I know there's some like friends of mine who are like really massively successful with it. I just post like clips from my interviews. And then sometimes I'll do like a really nice edited short video, but it doesn't do any better. Like the algorithm doesn't really care. So I have no clue. Hey, I made it past the poles. Nice. Need to pedal faster for some wind noise. Yeah, you want wind noise? What is that? What are you going crazy? Oh yeah, Corey, give me wind noise. Wind noise, please. Happy? You got your wind noise? Goodness gracious. No, you could have took your mug out of my video and I wouldn't need to turn my phone sideways. You know, I could record vertical if it really makes you happy. I can do that just for you guys. Oh, nice. You guys get a nice view of the ground. I'm a great cameraman. Yes, would have a massive following on TikTok. They are all free thinking. Well, help me, man. I don't know how to do it. I have to make like a new account or something. Like, I swear I post there and I get like nothing. It's weird. I swear I do like edited stuff too. It's like all professional. Nope. I think in the very beginning of my TikTok account, it did good. I thought that guy was golfing actually and then it hit me for a second. It's a golf course on my left. You happy? You getting some wind noise? The fallen enslave us all. What a name. By the way, let's take a moment for a second, okay, to just observe our environment, because I'm not just all about like, you know, fast-paced life. And also I gotta take some breaks because I'm holding a camera at the same time. Dude, yeah, I've done that. And also I feel like I need editors because I have so much content. I'm always recording at the land. I'm recording at the colleges. The colleges would be really good turned into shorts. And I know there's like AI tools that are getting better at that. They're just not that great. You know, I'm still doing all the work myself mostly to do that type of stuff. If you see some of my recent shorts, they're kind of like AI generated. They just kind of take certain parts like I would do manually. They're decent. They're a little like awkwardly timed because longer shorts usually do better on YouTube. I know the YouTube shorts algorithm better than TikTok. I don't understand TikTok at all. Instagram did really good in the beginning as well. That's how I got 2,000 followers. But I have no clue how to, like, it just doesn't seem right. The views, the numbers on TikTok and Instagram doesn't seem right. There was this one time where it was like this 1 week I was uploading videos and they had 0 in each one. And then it went back to like 100 and 200. It made no sense. It didn't make any sense to me. So, but yeah, like if you want to connect with me, I just need someone else to do it with me, and I'll go crazy. I'll go crazy on TikTok and Instagram. I'll do all sorts of things, little skits, and I have a bunch of ideas too. I have like notes upon notes upon notes. And really, it's just like if I had some help, I think it would be maybe a little bit better. I was just thinking maybe I can get like an editor one day to go through all these long videos I do and figure out something that way too. Hey, what's up? Nice bike. It's cool. Oh, look at them. It's pretty cool. Look at that thing. Hello. Very cool. See, I can't give a flyer to them. I have to throw it at them. You can make it a paper airplane or something. Daryl, you missed it though. We had some pretty cool conversations with some people on the trail. I had some person talk to me about blackberry bushes. Then I talked to another person about something else, and then another person about republicanism and stuff. But it was pretty awesome. You can get up to 10-minute video status. I think live is unlimited time. Yeah, I think you have to get over 1,000 followers on TikTok though to go live. TBH. You guys probably don't care out there, and you're like, I don't care. I'm just watching. I love those bikes, easy on the knees. Yeah, I never tried those bikes before, man. I've never tried those. You know, last time I was on the trail here, somebody had me try longboarding. I want to skateboard too. Like, I'm down to try all that stuff. But this is just a regular bike that I'm using, you know. Got it on Craigslist, actually. A guy who was building electric bikes. I was building my own, and then I met him, and he was doing it for like double cheaper and double more powerful because he just sits around and waits for all the parts to go on sale and sells them. So, and then he builds a custom frame for it. So I'm like, all right, well then I might as well just have you do it. But if somebody wants to buy it or something, I have to reawaken the battery that I bought a while back. I bought like a scooter battery. It had like 4-in-1, and then that battery kind of just died, but you can reawaken it somehow. I don't know how though. All right, I'm following directions. I'm going to show you guys the Tuscan Center. But, of course, it wants me to cross the street for that. Ugh, and I'm not doing that. Yeah, screw that. Ugh, I'm not going through all these bumps. I'm taking a shortcut. We're not going that way. We're going this way. We don't follow orders. We don't follow directions. We take shortcuts. You know, it's like when you're in math class, right? And the teacher is like, you have to do this problem and you have to do it the long way. And you're like, nah, I don't want to do it the long way. There's a shorter way to do it and I get the same result. So why would I do the longer way when I could do the shorter way? Makes no sense, right? So it's like the same thing with following directions on Google. Sometimes it's like, you know better. It's like, you don't have to follow it. Yeah, it was nice meeting you, man. I appreciate it. I'll have to set up a day to connect. Absolutely. Yeah, you can message me on IG or whatever else. Email's good too. Telegram is best, not gonna lie. Username is NitroCEE, but any of them I should see it. I'm just not on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok that much because not my favorite platforms, but you know, it is what it is. It's cool to see you on Twitch. It was like this. I got my TikTok up to 29K on some meme, and they limit you to certain views. Wow. Yeah, I don't know how all that stuff works. I know there's a lot of truthers, people who are questioning things on TikTok without a doubt. I'm not denying that. And I have friends who are good at it. I'm actually talking to one tomorrow who's got a good amount of followers on there. But like I said, I've tried experimenting. I might have to just create a whole new account or something. I don't know. You awaken them with a burst of electricity like a defibrillator. Yeah, right? Well, you know, people, especially in this generation, they like people with high energy who are like, hey guys, guess what? You know, and I could do that. Not that I want to, it depends. I'm just myself. So that's why I don't really worry too much about it. Just do my own thing, because otherwise I'll be worrying about it forever. But yeah, I appreciate the help on TikTok and all that jazz. All right, let's go. Taking the shortcut this time. Gotta get past this darn bump here. This one's big. We're gonna go to a really cool place, and I want to show you guys. So for those of you who are here, I just want to show you guys how cool it is. Just keep the camera up, so you're not just looking at the ground, but it's gonna happen sometimes. All right. Hello. How's it going? All right, we out. There's a certain shortcut that I take that leads me there. It's not really a shortcut, because to be honest, it's a long light. But, so I'm gonna have to just go around anyways. But I'll figure it out. We're on a nice tour. We can talk, we can bike and talk at the same time. We got this. Stop by some other people who seem pretty cool. Oh nice, my camera's tilted. Oh nice, look, we got the vertical view. Broke all of your necks right now. Check that out. We got the vertical view. Some of you guys probably prefer that. I can keep it like that if you want me to. All right, time to get ran over. Hello. All right, let's fix the camera. Trying to fix it. There we go. That place could use some guerrilla gardening. Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, we gotta go. Here's my chance. Yeah, I'm telling you though, there's blackberries, there's wild medicinals all along the trail. Hello. How's it going? Slanted like the old TV Batman series. Oh, that'd be pretty sick, not gonna lie. That person had headphones on. This gets a little bumpy. Doing some off-roading now. Yeah, boy. Listen, this is my shortcut, okay? Deal with it. It's a little cheesy, okay? This is obviously not on Google Maps, but it works. So that's all that matters. Dude, and this place is like the best place for a block party, I tell you. This street right here, block party street. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna talk to anybody here, just for privacy's sake. But we'll go to the Tuscan Center and hang out over there. Let's go. We out. Going through the neighborhood. You know the TV show Cops? Hello, sorry.
Hi.
I have a video. That dude's a pretty cool dude. The one who talked about 3D printing. It's pretty darn awesome. I don't know if you guys checked that out. I posted a video about 3D printing, AI, and crypto. And I thought it was pretty awesome. We're almost there, guys. 3 minutes away. I'm not even using my electric, by the way. I'm just pedaling because I'm going slower with the camera in my hand until I get a holder for the camera. All right, off-roading time. Or sidewalk. We off-roading again. Let's go. Sidewalk. I'm safe. Totally not breaking any laws right now, I swear. Who knows? Somehow I am, probably, and I don't even know. Most people don't know. I see people fishing by lakes that say don't fish all the time. All right, well, some people have to get past somehow. Look at all these American flags. Look, just for me. Look at this beautiful entrance, just for me. They know how patriotic I am, how much I stand for freedom. They know, right? They know. They know I'm about true freedom. All right, other side. Okay. Whoopee. How you doing, Daryl, by the way? How's the food forest going? We doing good? More sidewalks, being safe, especially because I don't have a helmet. Very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. It's a beautiful lake on my left. But don't worry, there's more to come. We're almost there. We're almost there. Man, it's hard to hold the camera while biking. This thing's heavy. That flag doesn't represent freedom. That's right. What's up, man? You seem pretty cool. All right. Ooh, break time. My darn hand, man. So, this is when everybody stares at me in the intersection. Like, what is that dude talking to himself on the camera? Yep, I know people talk about that American flag as the war flag, and then there's the one with the vertical stripes being the peace flag and all that jazz. I know about all that. Fearless Floyd, well, speaking of which, I guess we just summoned him to the chat. Get with me later. My cuz does third grow towers. Third grow towers, what is it, like vertical gardening? Welcome to the chat, my friend. Fearless Floyd in the house. You like my hat? Say hi, Corey. We're having some pretty cool conversations with strangers, but we're heading over to somewhere pretty cool that I want to show. Maybe get ran over in the process, but it's called the Tuscan Center, and it's a really cool place. So I'm going to end my stream there. I'm just going to bike there and then probably talk to some people and see what we can do. Like I said, I'm down to do anything you guys recommend to me to do too. Like, I have printables, I have stuff I could show people. I could be like, what do you see in this chart? Like, what does this say? What does this mean to you? I could do all sorts of things. Oh, 3D printing. Did you see my video about that? Is that why you mentioned that? Because I did post a video today about 3D printing, AI, and crypto. Sounds like I'm scamming, but it's not. I swear. It's just a conversation that we had at the land locally. So it was pretty cool. I recorded it. It was a nice conversation. We have all sorts of cool conversations that I record, so I'll just post them randomly, and then whoever watches. You know, I know that I'm not in it, and it's not like scripted, professional, all that, but hey, you know, if you're into 3D printing, you're into permaculture, it's a cool intersection there, and he does a little demonstration. So I'm like, why not? You know, there's all sorts of videos on YouTube and stuff of people doing that. So we can do that. Anyways, let's go. Let's head out. I'm gonna switch the mode here. All right. I'm doing fine, and the place keeps changing. Moving with sweet potatoes. Ooh, sweet potatoes. Heck yeah. All right, just making sure nobody's running me over or anything. Floyd, when you come to Florida, man? You know, it's crazy that we missed that one event that you shared with me. Man. But you know, there's actually a Freedom Fest happening in Miami or something. Like apparently one of the biggest events happening later on. I think it's in June or July. But yeah, it's a pretty cool event. Freedom Fest. I like how my camera just pans on its own, by the way. So like, you guys are just getting a tour of whatever it decides to go. Wind noise. I like the guy that was in the chat who was like, I want wind noise. All right, we're here. Watch this. I'm going in. Oh yeah, all these. Something broke over here for something. But anyways, check out this area. This place is cool. We're here. Hello. This place is cool. I'm live streaming, so you just see me talking to myself. That might change tomorrow. I have to go to town, pick up bills. The mail doesn't get there. All right, so see, now there's some cars here. I'm gonna see who I can talk to. Anybody who's walking around. Let me go to a bike rack, and then let's go to the water fountain. Look at the architecture of this place. Need more cowbell. Sure, man. This is architecture. Check it out. All right, here we go. Cancel that. We're here at the Tuscan Center. Pretty cool, huh? Look at that water fountain. Standing right there on that stage. Oh, I see, the internet's not that great here. Interesting. Anyways, All right, well, if the internet's not that great here, I'll probably end the stream and then maybe just record and hand out some more papers. If that's the case. How we doing? Yeah, I see how it's skipping. Well, I wanted you guys to check it out. Hopefully they improve the internet here too then. Shoot. It's better on the trail. That's crazy. All right, well, it's been fun. Thank you for everybody who's staying tuned. Don't you love all those hundreds of people milling outside, getting to know the neighbors? Not. I know, right? I like to talk to everybody. That's how I am. Not everybody likes to, but I do. So if it's skipping around, then I'll end the stream. No big deal. Let me put the hat backwards, right? Yo, what up? Yo, what up? Is it skipping around for you guys? Oh wait, the internet just got better as I walk toward the fountain. Maybe, maybe not. But as you can see, there's like nobody walking around. This place is like kind of dead. It's like choosing this or the trail. There's gotta be better places I can go. I might bike to Newport Richie next time. Main Street. All right, well, the internet is everywhere. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's weird. But I thank you all for joining me in this process. Next time I stream, I'll go to Newport Richie or Tarpon Springs, Main Street, and we'll just talk to everybody. I'll hand out flyers to everybody. I don't care if it's Memorial Day or not. All right, so that's what we'll do. And everybody who stuck around, it's fine now. Cool. Well, like I said, I don't even see it. Look, it's a ghost town here, man. Look at this. You have this beautiful place and nobody's here. Nobody's outside. I'm the only one. Did I scare everyone away? What the heck? Like, dude, we have to revive this place. I need to stand on this stage. Right? Like a massive speech right here. Have Mark Passio stand right there. And then we talk about, I don't know, natural law or something. At this point, probably not natural law. Because of all the people creating drama. But, look at this. Look at this cool stage, man. Look at that. Right here, I could do a speech right here. 4 stories. Ta-da! I am here for freedom. Right here. This is a good meetup spot. Right here. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, what if we do Qigong classes right here? 1 second. Watch this. Test run. Anyways. Sorry. Okay. Give the speech, they will come. Hello. Some people walked out of the restaurant like, what in the world is he doing? Or the police. Either way, you'll get an audience. That's true. That's a good point. That's hilarious. I think that actually would be a good Qigong location, unironically. And everybody would see it. I need to talk to my friend Lewis about that. Hey, what's up, man? I'm doing a stream. Want to say hi? Hey, dude, you got hair like me.
Oh, yours is nicer than mine.
Yeah, yeah.
Great night.
I appreciate you too. That's funny. Yeah, this place is cool. Dude, the water fountain, the water is literally like coming here. It's literally spraying at me. It's getting all over the camera and the phone. What the heck? Okay, we're doing Qigong here. I'm finalizing it. Lewis, if you're watching, it's going here. And everybody's watching and we'll embarrass ourselves. Perfect. And then I do a speech about freedom to everybody after that. And we do it live. We're set. We got the place, we got the location. Just bring our people and we're set. I already did a demonstration for you guys. I could do a whole class. I could do a whole hour class, maybe even longer. I was doing a little bit of Tai Chi though into that. Tempted to stay live. These guys are cool. But I'm gonna go. Yeah, the internet fixed itself, so it must have just went out for a second and then came back. So, guess we're good. What time is it? 7 o'clock? Yeah, my parents would probably like it if I go home. My mom's watching. Would you like it if I end stream? Be honest. Tell me. Yes or no? Yo, what up? Yeah, I saw him before. If I wasn't live, I'd actually go chase that guy. Like, yo. But yeah. Hello. The Hair Club for Men. That was a commercial for balding men. A commercial on YouTube or what? All right, well, it was cool doing a little experiment. We'll do more streams. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow. We'll find out. But I'm gonna try maybe streaming at Jim Gale's place and see if that works. I don't know if the internet will be good since he's like in the middle of nowhere, but we'll find out because I know they're building all around him, and they actually wanted to build through him at one point, and that gave him an opportunity to speak to even more people. Everything is an opportunity. Every problem that comes is always a way to transform people's lives. Don't forget that. All right. But Daryl, Mother, it seems like you guys are the ones in chat right now. Everybody else who also watches the replay and the people who were here before, thank you very much for watching. Take care, everybody. Check out the latest video, 3D printed. You know, record an interview with my friend Sarah talking about cranial sacral therapy. I also did more interviews at the college, but right now they're on finals, so I can't do more interviews with college kids just yet. But all that is being planned. Jim Gale, we're working on some cool script stuff to make a mass difference with influencers, and then more events at the land, of course. But